Garland Smith, voiceover demo. Bigfoot Wallace was as crazy an individual as they come. I heard tell of one time when the Comanches raided Wallace's cabin back LaGrange way and took all of his horses in the night except one gray mare that was staked on the other side of the house. He was so plumb mad he jumped right on the horse and gave chase. Found them Comanches over the next hill eating his horses, which made him madder than a hornet. He stopped the gray mare in a hickory grove, tied off the cuffs of his pants and shirt, and filled his clothes with so many hickory nuts he was rounder than Sandy Claus and better armored than one of them old-time knights. Then he crawled through the grass till he was about 100 foot from the Indian camp. If you look up the word pistolier in a dictionary, you'll probably find a very tepid definition, usually something along the lines of one who uses a pistol. In a few older dictionaries, you may find the word defined as one skilled in the use of a pistol. None of these definitions comes even remotely close to the meaning held by most of the people in the mid-1880s. The term was reserved for someone that was not only highly skilled in the use of a pistol, but more than willing to use it in a lethal way. We don't cotton to your kind coming around here, Mr. Big City Hypnotist, always waving your watch in front of other people's faces, snapping your fingers and expecting folks to be doing things you tell them to do. It just ain't right. You're gonna regret the day you ever came into this here town, old son. Now I'm gonna go and get my two brothers, and we're gonna come on back with our shotguns and teach you a lesson. But first, you're going to come on into my house where my wife is going to make you a dinner with the finest fixings my farm can provide. I'm even going to get you a porterhouse steak from one of my finest cows. By the time we're done with you, you ain't never going to want to come back to this here town, Mr. Big City Hypnotist. Well, look at what we got here. Mr. Big City Hypnotist doesn't come into our town all dressed in his fancy tuxedo. I'm willing to bet you is one of them there.
Jack and the Beanstalk. Once there was a poor boy named Jack. Jack and his mother had very little money. Their only possession was an old cow. One day Jack's mother said, "Jack, take the cow to market and sell her. We'll use the money to buy food." On the way to the market, Jack met a stranger.
"I'll give you 5 magic beans for that old cow," offered the stranger.
Jack accepted the deal at once and ran straight home to tell his mother the news. "What have you done?" she shouted. "We can't buy food with magic beans." She threw the beans out the window and sent Jack to bed.
One dark, windy night, the town drunk was meandering his way home after the bar closed. Somehow he got turned around and ended up walking through the churchyard instead of taking the road home. The wind picked up, and he thought he could hear a voice calling his name. Suddenly the ground opened up in front of him, and he fell down into an open grave. He could hear the voice clearer now, calling to him. He knew it was the devil, coming for him just like the preacher said, on account of him being the town drunk. The hole was very deep, and inside it was pitch black. His eyes adjusted to the darkness after a few moments, and he made out a form sitting in the darkness with him. Catherine Cathy refused to leave the casket, instead asking to sleep next to his body one last time. The Marines made a bed for her, tucking in the sheets below the flag. Before she fell asleep, she opened her laptop computer and played some songs that reminded her of Cat. One of the Marines asked if she wanted them to continue standing watch as she slept or to retire just outside the door. "I think it would be kind of nice if you kept doing it," she said. "I think that's what he would have wanted." I'm not sure what is more honorable, being married to this faithful wife to the end, or the Marine attentively standing next to the casket watching over them both. Always remember, freedom is not free. It's paid for in blood. In honor of our armed forces.